This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Hopefully this works. Obviously the first thing I like to do is put my hair up, so that way it won't be annoying the crap out of me when I'm trying to put my makeup on. Just like so. There you go. The first thing I like to do is cover up the giant monster I have in my face. Well, two. And unfortunately, I don't own any concealer that I can say is full coverage. So what I like to do is use my Revlon Colorstay. And this is in the color Beige, Fresh Beige. And I like to take some on my finger and dab that on the places that I need extra coverage. Like the giant monster in my chin, the little monster in my cheek, and I always like to put some of this in the middle of my eyebrows because I tend to break out a lot there. So just like that. I'm not really worried about blending it or anything right now. I just want to make sure it sets and it covers that thing really, really well. So yeah. Sorry, I had to go for my my ears because I have a fan, so it kind of moves my hair everywhere. So yeah. So after we apply this and this sets, I like to use my Covergirl 3-in-1. Yeah, my Covergirl 3-in-1 foundation, and this is an A25 buff beige again. Shake it really well and use my beauty blender. I tend to use about 1 pump for each side of my face. So I'll do that. And I didn't really worry about blending the other products because this is going to cover it up extra. Don't forget to blend it down to your neck. I always like to start from the outside and work my way inside. And there you go. As you can tell, you can't see this one and you barely see this one. So I'll just use just like that much and apply a little more. It's okay. There you go. You can't even tell. I mean, you can kind of see it, but no, it's nothing compared to the real monster it is. So after this, I like to use concealer under my eyes, and the concealer I love right now is the Fit Me Concealer, and this is the number 20 in Stan Sable. And I know that when I apply this, it looks like a lot of product, but it's not a lot of it. I actually just use the same amount of product that I used on the first line and blend it out on little thin layers of concealer around my cheek. As you can tell, I use a stick to pat it on top, and that way I'm not using a lot of product. I like to use a little right on my forehead. And the place that I like to use most concealer is my chin. Because if you see me from the side of my face, my chin is a little sucked in. So I don't really have a nice, face structure. So this makes the illusion that my chin's a little forward, and it gets more structure to my face. So I'll use the same beauty blender or sponge, whatever you want to call it, because it's not really a blender. I'm in a beauty blender, and blend the concealer. So yeah. Not that long ago, I didn't use concealer at all. And usually I don't use concealer on a daily basis, but I'll use it when I do a full face of makeup, because usually I don't wear makeup. I mean, I do, but most of the time when I'm at home and stuff, I don't do any of these things. Most of the time I'll maybe just apply a thin layer of foundation and there you go. But this is in the cases that I have a lot of breakouts or I have to go to a nice place. This is like the process. So that is it. My brightness is covered. You can't see the pimples on my eyebrows or my cheeks. The redness around my nose is gone. So what I like to do next is use the Stay Matte Long Lasting Press Powder by Rimmel. And this is a bit lighter than my skin tone. This is in Sandstorm because I like to use this to set my concealer. I like to set my eyelid too because I apply foundation and concealer there. My nose, everywhere where I get oily, which is my nose, my forehead, my cheeks, my chin, pretty much everywhere where I apply the foundation, the concealer is where I get oily, so I just use this. And to set the rest of my foundation, I'll use the Pond's Oil Control Press Powder. As you can tell, this has a lot of love. I'll use this on my everyday basis if I'm not using concealer because I don't really want to highlight anything. Just going really light. But today, it's all about covering monsters. Just really lightly because I don't like a powdery finish. That's it. And then I'll use bronzer. On an everyday basis, I don't tend to contour. I just bronze my face. And the bronzer I like to use is this by the Color Institute. It's actually a blush. And it's this one right here. You can tell I have used this a long time. I have this for over a year. And I like to take a big blush brush and just apply this on the sides of my cheek where the sun will naturally like touch me, if you can say. Just really lightly. I'm not contouring. I'm not giving a structure to my face. I'm just bringing some color back. The only times I do contour is when I have to go to like a party or clubbing or having like a date night with my hubby. That's when. But today is all about the base and keeping the everything sealed. So that's that. And on an everyday basis, I tend to like a really natural blush, kind of like I'm blushing, but you can't really tell. So I use the Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder by NYC, and this is how it looks like. It's really, really pretty. This is in Pink Chick Glow. It gives you a nice glow without being overwhelming or greasy looking. Just swirl the colors together and lightly apply this to the apples of my cheeks and blending it to my hairline. I barely touch my face with the brush because I don't want this to be overpowering or too noticeable. I kind of want my blush to be not subtle. I think it's even more than subtle. Just natural, I guess. And then I use my powder brush and just blend the edges, especially close to my eyes, because the closer the blush is to your eyes, the more tired you look. So, yeah. And this is my foundation routine. I like to go pretty heavy on the foundation and stuff because I tend to break out a lot, like the one I had on my chin. But usually I don't wear like heavy makeup or nothing. This is just when I get ready, this is the foundation that I will use. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you guys later.